I don't throw up food. No, we should have gone to Costco. No more sugar for you. Okay. What happened? No. I really want to try. Hello everyone, 안녕하세요. This is the white girl with the blonde hair aka SABA. 금발머리에 백인 여자, 헝가리에서 온 금백녀 SABA입니다. Today I'm going to try something that I've only had once in my life, and that one is pumpkin pie. Short backstory. So when I was attending high school, I had this very lovely American lady, and for the better understanding of American traditions, we sometimes held these celebrations that included Thanksgiving as well. And she was such a dedicated and lovely, amazing woman that she never forgot to bring in homemade cookies and cakes. And then there was this wonder, sweet plate of joy that I've never tasted or seen before in my entire life. It was pumpkin pie. And this memory, ladies and gentlemen, inspired today's video. Also realized it might be really hard to get a good one in Korea. So I decided to make my own and compare it with the ones from the two most visited pumpkin pie selling cafes around Seoul. But it wouldn't be the same without somebody who actually knows how pumpkin pie is supposed to taste. So I invited one of my closest friends to try it out with me, who's been living in America more than enough to know how pumpkin pie tastes. But enough of talking, let's get to baking. The first thing I do is make the base spice by mixing some salt, ginger, and cinnamon. I should have put in clover too, but forgot to buy. Then after, I measure the butter and leave it to soften. In the meantime, I decided to make the evaporated milk in advance by mixing milk powder and water. Now using the electric mixer, I add brown sugar to the softened butter, add more and more, mix it well. Then add flour, more flour, mix it well. And finally add rolled oats. Then mix it again. As you can see, it's very dry, and it's definitely not how it should look like, that I also realized right after pouring it into the pan. Isn't that how it should look like? But it's not, yeah, it should be more moist, way more moist. In the meantime, I started to put together the filling, hoping I would be at least capable of making that by already messing it up with the first step, adding the sugar too early. Now you can guess how it went. I thought everything was good, mixed in the evaporated milk, added the pumpkin paste, mixed it well, added the spices, and only realized there is a bit of problem when it turned out to be too runny. After a quick nervous breakdown, I decided to call my friend to help me out, but the progress contained ungodly amount of swearing and facepalming out of pure disappointment in the lack of my baking knowledge, so I decided not to record it. Thinking back, it was super funny, so next time I will definitely film it. The outcome was this lovely crust. Little did I know, we both underestimated the chemistry between the butter and oats. After the baking obviously failed, I was left with a pan of useless crumble, so I decided to redo the whole crust, but now with a different method that seemed to be successful from the very beginning. In the end, I could bake a decent crust, pour in the overfixed filling, and have a fine-looking pumpkin pie. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, my name is Vida and I'm her friend.
Wow, good to know. She is one of my closest friends.
Yep.
So that's why I asked her, especially among people who lived in America and also tried real pumpkin pie.
8 to 9 years, actually.
Yes. So that's why I'm going to ask your opinion about these pumpkin pies. Coffee number 1,
And
2, coffee number
Yeah.
2, and 3, I made in my own kitchen. I don't know how it came out. Hopefully fine.
I have a question. It's like your first time making a pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie is definitely the first time for me. Or like actual pie
Pie.
is the
Yes.
first. Last time I made a tart, but the recipe was
But
very messed up,
wait.
so it didn't come out well.
Tart and a pie. What's the difference?
Please leave it in the comments.
When I first tried pumpkin pie, I really hated it so much.
Really?
I was like, why? Why would you put a hobak in a pie? Why don't you put apple or raspberry or something?
Makes
But
sense,
then-
yeah.
As I grew older, I quite understood the taste of it.
And first I was like, oh wow, that tastes weird.
Right.
But then after the first block, I'm like, I gotta eat more. I gotta eat, yeah, right? I gotta eat more. Maybe if you try the one that my teacher did,
Wouldn't this be the same?
I really hope it will be, but I don't remember, so I cannot tell you.
But pumpkin is really hard to make though. It's really hard. Especially in Korea, it's hard to make.
Even if you get the same ingredients, it might taste differently.
Right.
I don't understand how is that possible, but let's just try. I found this type of whipped cream very weird.
Right.
They don't really do that in America, right?
We just use the, you know, the ones that
Yeah, okay.
and those all melt really fast. This seems like a whipped cream with the glue.
Let's leave the most probably disappointing one for the end.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, no, okay, but
You know,
let's not keep our expectations high. Had some problems while cooking.
I will take a bite. That looks really good though. 오, 진짜 맛있겠다. 짠. I don't taste a lot of pumpkin.
Yeah, it feels
Is
a
it?
little bit like very slightly pumpkin spiced cheesecake,
Oh,
right?
wow! You know.
My migak is good.
Damn, my migak is like it's not a pumpkin. That's it.
Let's go until the second
Yeah.
team.
Like this? No, you go first.
Wait,
You go
wait.
first.
What if we
No.
just
Yeah. It's not a same thing.
Let's go for the next.
You go first. This is the prettiest piece.
Yeah.
Done.
Then
This one doesn't taste that much like pumpkin too, but it's better in the texture.
yeah, I just feel it now. The aftertaste has more pumpkin than the first one. Okay.
But the way I remember like American pumpkin pies,
Yeah.
they like
Moosey.
moussey texture.
Yeah.
and you
yeah,
like
yeah.
can tell it's like they really grind the pumpkin in there and just put it in there. Push that come to Costco. Oh my god!
No. I looked it up. And people say that this year Costco's one it doesn't taste good.
But do you think it's better than any of this? Dun dun dun! Take a big piece.
Why?
I'm just your creation. But the crust in here is very different
Yeah.
than those ones.
Because it's a sugary buttery crust, especially.
Ooh. It doesn't have any pumpkin taste.
What the? What happened?
I mean, I like the crust though. I think the chemistry was off.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I have an idea.
What? No!
I really want to try. Doesn't feel the pumpkin? You gotta make it feel it. I didn't have clover.
What is clover?
Clover is
Totally spice?
I know.
Oh yes!
I know.
Who did
I know,
you choose?
that's the blonde one, right?
Yeah.
Clover.
did
No,
you choose?
I like Sam.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. You are the same. I think what you do in the process is way better to see. Like if you just turn on the live when you have a lot of audience, that would be really funny to see you just make things. Like you in your natural state is the funniest thing.
Something I agree with.
Right?
In good and in bad way too.
Wait, what do you mean in a bad way?
weird human being.
No, you're like the most entertaining human being with your cat.
Oh.
Hmm.
I hope people around the world will
It just
see
takes
that
time.
and think that as well.
No, it really just takes time.
100만 명 구독자
제발.
보고 가자.
And then she'll make a proper pumpkin pie for me. Please? Please. Oh, 진짜?
어.
Really, like this American style, like homemade.
할 수 있으면 해줄게. There is one thing I made from the leftovers. It's just I put together the crumbs that was not the best and I failed at making. And on top I put this pumpkin paste and I put more of the crumbs
Yeah.
and then done.
What? No, it don't make no sense. Come on. How is that you put the same thing and it makes it taste better? It tastes way better than the pumpkin pie.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though it's the same ingredients, everything. This is so good. Like so good. 그쵸? Wow. I mean, I was not expecting anything from here.
Me neither. I'm better at
Wow.
randomly putting things together than following a recipe. That is something.
Really delicious. How does it taste so good?
No, but it's awesome.
You can hear my stomach, right?
Yeah.
It keeps like growling.
Yeah. Nurture me, woman.
That's my stomach.
My stomach is like, cookies? No, not this time.
And it comes down.
Cookie.
Oh.
And I'm like, no. You eat normal food. Cookie. No, normal food. So it's like, oh.
Mine is like, give me food now. If you don't give it, you're dead. And I give it food then.
Okay, let's conclude this.
Okay.
Coffee shop number 1.
Failed.
Number 2.
Fail.
Mine.
Do we have to say that? To be honest, your crust was really good though.
But just
Your crust was like a cookie, oatmeal cookie. So the
Okay.
crust wins for me more than the cream.
Okay.
So you're good.
At least. But the real winner.
It's this pumpkin egg tart
The
pie.
unexpected results are laying in here.
So why
I
would
don't like
use
to
this?
waste. That's why I end
Right.
up always gaining weight because I don't throw up food. Not throw. I mean, don't throw out. I mean, I also don't throw it out. I was raised in the belief that food is valued.
I don't know what you put in there, but it made me so hyper. Sugar and butter.
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 Let's conclude this video here.
Appreciate when somebody making you good.
That's
Pumpkin
a
pie.
nice sentence. Yeah.
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 And appreciate what your mom or dad or whatever, whoever makes you food. Appreciate.
And don't waste food.
Yes.
And don't do drugs. Don't smoke.
Wait, what?
You're already in this, you know.
Oh, okay,
Don't do this, don't do this,
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
Go to school.
Yes, live a responsible life. I don't know, don't drink and drive.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Subscribe and share. Don't forget to do it.
no more sugar for you.
Okay.
Let me know your thoughts and bye.
Bye.
So I went to Home Plus. I found out they don't have. And then I ran to Emart.
Wow.
Emart had. So I ran back. But then I realized they don't have clover. So I went down. But then I realized I don't have enough brown sugar. So I went down.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I just had to rent it out to somebody.
Oh shit. Yo, the aftertaste is so amazing too. Wow! Ooh. Did I brush my teeth today? Yeah, I did. Let
Am I
the
inviting
visual.
next time?
Wait,
Anybody
wait.
else on my friend list?
Wait.
No, you go away.